Hello, chat. Chat colloquially. Friends socially. Friends, question mark. Friends, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point. I had such a good day. I actually don't know if I want to vlog right now. But I had such a good day. Yeah, I had a really good day. I had a good ass time. Went to a cookout. I love Loki whenever my friends bring me to family events of theirs to be like a buffer. Today, my friend's whole family thought that we were like dating because I was dressed. Oh my god, I should have known better than to wear a muscle tee and basketball shorts. Pull a bald muscle tee, shorts, toe shoes. Like, I don't even blame them. I don't even blame them. It was so much fun. I ate 3 plates. No regrets. If there's one thing about me, I'm never gonna feel shame eating my heart out on the holiday. Eating my heart out on a good day. Fuck it. Especially considering the fact that, like, my body is physically, like, I'm definitely bigger than I've been in, like, a while, but I'm physically more fit and healthy than I've, like, been in so. Is the damn cat in there? Probably, actually. I'm fully holding up my flashlight right now to make the vlog possible. But I had a really good day. I just spent the day with my friend and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah, I had hella plates. Food was really good. But yeah, I still have a crush. I still think that's gonna be a good time. Deleted Instagram. But I'm also like, I like the fact that because I'm not like restricting myself from having crushes, I'm not like placing the whole fault on this because I'm like, I know in 2 seconds I'm gonna have another crush, and that's not the worst thing in the whole world. Like, if everything goes south, if like not even in a nihilistic way, but in the way that like an opportunist, I don't even know what that means, way, I feel like it makes it so that I'm like, oh, like whatever happens, it's just chill raw vibes. Because I'm like, I know no matter what I want to be his friend. I know no matter what I want to be his friend because he's just really kind. And he's like a fun person to be around. But I think also, if I don't have expectations for this, it'll make it a lot easier to like speak to him. Because whenever I get crushed, I get weird. I get weird. Not even in like a sinister way, but like in a just like that interaction could have been a lot better hindsight 2020 way, you know? Um, yeah, but I think he's very kind. Yeah, but I feel like it'll just be a lot easier if I'm like, oh, this boy doesn't like me. But I'm also like, I mean, he basically told me that he did, and I basically told him that I did. But I'm also like, well, not even. He just looked me dead in the eyes and he was like, "You're really pretty," and I was like, "Oh, thank you," because that was very kind. That was very colloquially. That was very kind. It was just like a kind, raw, genuine, like very brave thing to do. I think it is, especially the way that men are socialized to not have like emotional vulnerability be like a factor in like their attraction, or like the communications of their attraction. I was like, that's a very brave thing to do. As much as like it should be the norm, like I feel like anytime the norm, I look at that word, it should be standard. I feel like even though it should be standard, anytime that you're acting out of convention in the benefit of like your morality and your moral culture, I feel like that is a very brave thing to do. So it was a very kind and vulnerable thing for him to just look me in the eyes and say, "You're very pretty." Because like that wasn't a cat call, that wasn't like a sexualized comment, that was just him being legitimate and honest. So I really did appreciate it. I think that it was very kind. And I told him exactly that. I was like, "Oh, that's very kind." And my thing is, chat, chat, listen. Anyone that isn't that interested in social media, please let me know what would be like a comfortably appropriate thing to say back, because I wanted to say like you too, because I think boys are very beautiful But I'm also like, I don't know his level of comfortability with that descriptor. So I'm like, I want to say something that resonates, but not something that's sexualized because I wanted to say, like, oh, you're hot, or even you're cute, just feels very impersonal. And I wanted to say something that was equally as emotionally vulnerable. But then he had something else that was like very gender neutral. So I was like, oh, you too. And it was just really cute. It was a good time. It was a really good time. But that was yesterday. Today's today. Or I guess today's tomorrow, colloquially. But I had a really good time. Love isn't dead. Not to be like, oh, I'm in love with, like, boom, I'm in love with you. Kiki Palmer said that one time I was weak as fuck. It was like chicken shop date with that one girl, that one blonde white girl. She's so cute. Um, but it was just like a good time. They were just having a good time, and she was talking. She's so funny. I really love me some Kiki Palmer. She's just very funny. Knows who she is to herself. Knows that, yeah, just how who she wants to be. She's very strong on her moral culture, which is something that I always respect about people. Moral culture, I think, is my favorite buzzword, and I think I made it up. To be completely colloquially honest, I think I made it up. Well, I didn't make it up per se, because I'm sure that someone else in their lifetime has said it, but I'm like, I am the first person of my likes to be informed of the existence of the term. So I'm like, hey, right? But I had a really good time yesterday. I do want to talk about yesterday because at first I was like, oh no, this is so raw. Um, and it was in the sense of like, yeah, I wanted to process it. And I'm not going to go into like grave details because I feel like I shared all the details that I really feel inclined to. And even though they were like not very specific, I do like keeping a lot of things to myself until I have time. Like, because I feel like externalization, having the words received by someone else, makes it so that if you can draw reference to that, or even draw reference to the fact that that emotion, the way that it was delivered, was received, it feels permanent because that was a permanent interaction. Like, that is a permanent thing in the world. Like, that was delivered out to the world. It wasn't something that existed in one's mind. It was like a actual action that the expression of that feeling was received. Um, so I feel like if I do talk about specifics a lot, they will feel very solidified, and I don't want to look back. Actually, I don't want to be pessimistic about this because I'm like, realistically, all may just be well in the world, and I may just be fucking telling it, oh, XYZ, but it's like, it's not that deep. Not even it's not that deep because it kind of is deep. This is a very like kind and excitable moment, and I feel like crushes like having them be innocent and not immediately sexualized does mean a lot to me. So I do want to hold this like near and dear to my heart, regardless of where whatever direction this goes in, because it's like not no matter what it's chill vibes like I was saying, but it's like yeah, not to hold like a torch up to this for like the rest of my life, but like in like a once again boom I'm in love with you way, but like in a like this was just a cherished, raw, innocent, celibate moment, and it was just like yeah, it was a nice thing to hear and to have externalized. Um, yeah, long story short, it was a good time. It was fun. It was very fun. Yeah, I just want to come on here and gush. I like gushing. I really like gushing. But I'm glad that I am drawing that line and that I was able to find words to describe that feeling because I feel like I won't really validate a feeling if I don't have the words to describe it. Not in a way that I intellectualize all my feelings, which is something else that I am guilty of. hey, hey. But more in the sense that it's like, whenever I have words to draw reference to, whenever I'm feeling a certain way, it makes that once again feel like a solidified thing because whenever I've solidified how a concept feels and captured that with words and semantics per se, eh, it makes it feel permanent, even though that's not something that's externalized. That is something that's externalized to my mind for me to draw reference to whenever I'm thinking about that thing, or like a feeling that I held onto. I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah, but it was just a really good time. Um, he was very kind. He was very kind. And I feel like a lot of interactions that were held were like indicative of like I don't know, his like legitimate interest in who I am as a person. because I know that I'm very interesting. I think I'm so interesting. I think I'm very interesting. I do a lot of fun things with a lot of fun people, and I've made a lot of incredible, lasting bonds with people and relationships that I just hold so close to my heart. Um, that have that I've been able to enable people to do things for their life through this bond, and they've done the same for me, and it's just incredible. I feel like I really love the person that I am. I love the person that I am returning back to being. I love the person that I'm going to be tomorrow. I love the person that I was yesterday. I don't look at them with shame. I don't look at them with remorse, but I look at them as a learning experience, as someone that I was, but no matter what, my lifetime goal is to always just wake up every day and show up for myself today to be the person that I want to be tomorrow. And be the person that I wanted to be for my younger self. Be the person that I want to be for my older self. Be the person that I want to be for someone halfway across the world. Be the person that I want to be for someone two houses down. Like, I feel like it's very important to me to like make everyone feel very important and like put myself in positions of like admiration and love and legitimacy so that I can like know who I am, because I feel like yeah, for the longest time I was very just ironic about my care for myself and for other people. And like everything would be sarcasm, but I'm like, I want to look back and know that I left everyone with a legitimate impression of who they are in my life. And I want to look back and know that the times that I was doing the best that I could for myself, I acknowledge that. I don't want to look back in shame or in fear so that today it feels so impossible to do something that I struggled with yesterday. I want to look back in progression and an understanding and an empathy so that I can move through it. Like, I refuse to judge myself or other people without looking at the upstream factors and seeing what that person has done to become better for themselves and for other people. I just think it's beautiful. I think humanity is beautiful. I walk around every day with a smile on my face. Even if it's a badass day, you better believe some point in that day there was a big ass smile on my face. I refuse to go a whole day in misery anymore. And of course, it's not always like an autonomous choice, but I feel like the circumstances that I have provided myself with and that other people have provided me with, and that I have found opportunities that have been pursued. I know a lot of ways to show up for myself that I didn't in the past. So I feel very comfortable with who I am. I had a great day. Yeah, but my friend's family loved me. It was incredible. I don't even know if I talked about that. Yeah, my friend invited me to their family cookout for Memorial Day or pre-Memorial Day. Um, and I met their whole family, and they thought that we were like in love because we both looked gay as hell. Which, I mean, fact. Also, I'm in the men era right now. There's one thing about oh wow, if there's one thing about me this year, I'm in my men era as of late. Once again, that being as of late, so that could change any moment. Actually, I feel like it really doesn't change. It fluctuates between like one end of the spectrum to another. Because if I saw like a non-man that I was really interested in, I feel like I wouldn't just like put up a wall, be like, I'm in my men era. It would just be like, ooh, chill, raw vibes. Because I don't know, but I'm in my crushes era. I am in my crushes. I have a lot of crushes as of late. As of late. And the past, like, I don't even want to say year, because last year I was in a relationship until the tail end. But in the past, like, 3 years before my relationship, I really just hadn't had a crush. I hadn't had a crush in so long. In so long. Like, I didn't really do crushes. It would be like, oh, I'm attracted. But what I realized, something that I really like about the celibacy arc is the fact that it affords me the opportunity to identify like the times that I engaged in for my own volition and when it was just the socialization of sex at this age, because I feel like hookup culture kind of pushes the idea that like sexual liberation equals promiscuity, which is true for some people. Well, could be true for some people. Just I don't. Yeah, it's like person to person basis. But I feel like because of the standardization of like sexuality and that message being so widespread, that like having multiple partners or doing not even just like doing a lot of stuff is more valid in sexual livelihood in my age demographic. I forget what the hell I was saying. Too many buzzwords. Um, but I feel like whenever, it's made a standard to have the same like sexual habits and sexual preferences, that a lot of them align to like promiscuity, which is not a bad thing in some cases. Once again, because because don't get me fucked up. That is for some people, but it wasn't for me. So I kind of like pushed myself into that narrative because I was like, this is interesting to me. It wasn't something that like I did unconsensually ever. But I was like, this isn't my jam nearly as much as I thought it was, because everyone in my life, in my age range, is like having sex or like doing sexual things, so it feels out of convention to not be doing the same, or it felt. So I feel like stepping into celibacy made me able to identify like what my real wants were for myself, and I don't want physical proximity nearly as much as I thought I did. I want physical proximity, but I don't want it to be sexual. I want it to just be like intimate. I'm like, let's kiss on the couch. Let's hug a little. Because then it feels a lot easier to engage in physical intimacy that isn't sexual whenever you're not having expectations for yourself to have sex, because then it just feels like very organic rather than like a byproduct of rushed relations. Does that make sense? But I really have been, walking into this year disasters. Of course, a lot is like, actually, I don't always want to feel the need to concede to like duality whenever I'm talking about my own circumstances, because I don't like, not even in a toxic positivity way, because like there are things that I could change about my life and that could be better. It's like right now what I do want to focus on is the fact that like I know so much more than I did yesterday. And yesterday I knew so much more than I did the day before. And I knew so much more than I did last year. Like I am in love with the way that I am evolving, that I'm growing, that I'm changing and learning more about myself and about the world around me especially. Like I don't want to not corrupt, but like override that mentality whenever. Like, there can still be something that I can watch in the same conversation, but in the moment, I just did want to congratulate myself. But more about gushing. So, it was a good time. He just seemed very interested in who I was as a person. We didn't end up hanging out today, but I really had such a good day, so I'm like, I don't really care. Or no, I do care, but like, it's not like, the end of the world. And another thing that I realized is like, I give myself the chance to be fully legitimate with anyone that I am romantically interested in. It will leave me with a sense of closure no matter what the circumstances, no matter how minute or massive the circumstances. If I can stand by my communication methods in the circumstance, and I can stand by like my emotional evolution, then I really have nothing to worry about. Like, if it's like, say if I was to like overshare to him, or like say something like very what the hell was I forget. But I feel like I'm a big believer on like, because realistically the human opinion changes like on like a day to day, you know? it changes like very, very frequently to the point that yeah, like how I feel one day, like imagine if we did have something planned and they like stood me up or whatever. I don't really actually. I believe in getting stood up in the sense like if someone can't, but I'm the type to cancel like 30 minutes before it planned because sometimes life fucking happens. Like I'm not proud of it, and I wish that I could hold time commitments better, and I'm working on it. But like sometimes things really do happen, and that doesn't reflect poorly on someone morally as much as it does on like their capacity with organization in that current moment. It's like realistically, I'm the type to like um, get everything as absolutely soon as I can within the time frame. Like I really am not late on like a consistent basis, but I have had to reschedule. Wait, what was I even talking about? But I have had to reschedule things. I mean, but beyond budget. Um, whenever I said, "Oh, I don't want to vlog," 21 minutes. But I forget. It was a really good time. It was a great time. Another thing that I like is whenever like people like of romantic interest, sometimes of platonic interest. Actually, yeah, platonic interest too. I don't know what happens sometimes, but like I love whenever people will show their comfortability with you by showing respect to your personal items, or like by using them and showing respect. Like if I ever have like a new friend over and we're having like a really good conversation, and like afterwards or like sometime during the late day, pick over like one of the books on the ottoman or like put their feet up, or they'll like will like eat or something, and they'll like I don't know, like rinse off the plate. I'm like, yeah, I just like, yeah, and yeah. What else was I about to say? Yeah, he's just really cute. He's really cute, but I feel like whenever I mean cute, it's way more than like yes attraction. Oh wow, yes attraction. It's also like for me, cute is like I like your mind. I like where you're going in the world. I like hearing your thought streams. Like I feel like I get like very very like multi-level crushes. Yes, fall in love. What? How's it? Kiss, fall in love. Oh, I don't know, colloquially. But today was such a good day. Yesterday was such a good day. Thursday was a good day. Friday was a great day. I was building a house with this man. No, technically it was pulling out nails and putting some screws in. But it was still such a good time. He was teaching me lots and lots and lots. And we were having a good time. It's crazy. Now I just have to make some one. Okay. Because my thing is, every month I manage to make it happen somehow, by some grace of God, I happen to make it. Yeah, somehow. Tomorrow I think I'm having a cookout with my same friend from today and one of the people from the family reunion. She thought we were dating. She was like, "Oh, so do you like live together?" I was like, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I mean, because like the looks fit the descriptions, but like that is so funny. That's so funny. Such a good day, chat. And I've absolutely been loving washing my clothes by hand. It's so nice because I feel very homestead, slow living, low waste. Whenever I like wash my clothes by hand, and the washing machine, chat. I don't like saying that because it feels very impersonal, but I feel like it's one of my favorite words to say right now. So I think I'm just gonna start saying it in person because I don't like. I feel like everything about my YouTube is very, not even very personal. It's like I share a comfortable amount for me. brought me back. That actually brought me back like really close to me. I feel like it was very, I don't know, it's like an intimate experience. But like it's not an intimate experience. To just like, yeah, like have my words received. Just talk about things in my mind. I'm gonna take that. It was just a really good time. I actually, I always make lists. Oh wow. But what I realized recently is I have too many lists, so I just decided to make them all into one large Google Doc list. Singular. This is so funny. So this kid texted me that I had like a big crush on like a month ago. And I made a list. I was like, what's the deal about like texting with Costa Rica, tell him I like him, tell him I'm busy, tell him I want to kiss him. All very good, very fair options. But let me look at this list I made. I said, things that blank did on blank that made me very happy. Yeah, wait, let me. I told her, bitch, I got cheese. You ever met a bitty at her knees? Hey, that's think of it, say, hey, shake it like a baby chair. There's this meme on Instagram. It was like my uncle was like, I'm going to church, and this one said, "Bro, baby, oh baby, I'm trying to get it to you, baby. I'm trying to call on you." Oh, that wasn't supposed to be an innuendo. It's like the remix, night chord. You ever told a bitch I got G's? You ever met a bitty hit her knees? Everyone, look, 3 people have asked me to make music with them this week alone, and then this man on the bus looked me dead in the eyes and he was like, "You look like you can sing." And then we had this whole conversation. And he made me give him this number. Or wait, he made me write down his number because I lied and said my phone number wasn't working, my Instagram was working. He was very kind, but I just don't like to give out my number in passing. Actually, I do that a lot, but I'm like on the bus. It's a different scenario because I'm like, actually, is it? Where's that classic? Let me think about that actually. But yeah, he had me give him his number, and I was like, whenever I record something, I will text you. So I guess I still do. But he was like talking to me in all sincerity, and he looked me down in the eyes also, and he was like, "You were very pretty." So I'm like, okay, he didn't give me literal vibes, and he seemed actually very kind, colloquial. So I'm like, okay, chat. Sorry, that's chat. Chat. But So I think I'm getting a lot of signs from the universe that I'm supposed to make music sometime soon. So I think I'm going to do a stew with a few people this upcoming week. It should work. The dangers of having dishes on the bedroom floor. Hey, her mouth, sugar like a rabbit, yeah. I really, I find a lot of myself in my mom, which I used to be terrified of, but I'm like, we are not bound to be the same person just because we have proximity to each other's personalities. Of course, it makes sense that I have proximal personality to her because A, I was socialized by her, I was raised by her, and then B, it's like we share the same, or I have half of her genetic code, so it makes sense. But I realized the only thing that really can determine like my proximity to my mom is if we maintain the same lived experiences and demeanor in communication. So it's like if I turn into an adult that struggles with the things that she does, I would be more proximal to her. And even then, it's like that would just be proximity to those traits. I could grow out of our proximity, like personality wise. But I'm like, that's not what constitutes my proximity to her. My actions ultimately do, because we are two completely different people. Okay, but I feel like I do want to go to sleep. Actually, I think I want to gush a little more. Let me think. I don't know. I just like whenever people are legitimate with me about, especially the thing that I've been realizing is like, this wasn't even the intention because I kind of cut my hair for like liberation vibes. Well, no, I cut it because I had cross scissors and I was fucking sick and tired of doing my braids, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm totally done. And then I just cut them out, and then I just kept going. But I really like it. But I think that what I really felt about it, initially I was like, I feel very out of my femininity, but then I was like, ultimately, the only thing that can prescribe my relationship with my femininity is me. So I felt very in control, because it's like, if I want to dress that up and purport my femininity through my like face or like my clothes or anything, I can. But then I also just have to be able to resonate with the fact that like, yeah, if I had longer hair, I would be perceived feminine if I wore some of like the more androgynous clothing that I have, but like I can still do that, but I just have to realize I'm the only person in charge of my relationship to how I'm perceived. Like if I don't like how other people are perceiving me, I just have to learn, like with mental discipline, alpha mentality, that like that's not what makes my scenario, you know? Like I don't have to be, yeah, I don't have to consent to other people's perception of me. I don't. If it has something to do with morality, I'm always willing to listen. I'm always willing to go off of that and like to actually, yeah, like ameliorate that behavior, because that is my moral culture, to like actually address things that have to do with, yeah, that have moral bearing. But like, if it just has to do with perception and it's something that does not hurt myself or the other people around me, I'm like, it is okay. I love myself for who I am, to me, and I think that that's enough. Yeah, I'm going to go the fuck to sleep. I think I'm gonna gush a little on my dolo. On my dolo. So, dolo, so. Y'all seen that one video? It's like, who wants to go like the four seasons on then? The baby's like, me. Kids are so fucking funny. Kids are so funny. I never want to have kids, but I would love to be a cool aunt. That would be very cool to me. That would be very exciting and cool to me. I had such a good day. I hope you did too, chat. Yeah, okay.